Welcome to Talk to the Future, where the future of sales isn't predicted, it's built. Each episode features real conversations with the operators, marketers, and innovators driving what's next. From AI and automation to the strategies that are converting right now. No fluff, just what's working.
Mr. Bigley here, live from beautiful, fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm live at LeadsCon. We got Jeremy here.
Yes, sir.
Jeremy, thank you for coming on the pod. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Love to learn a little bit more just about your background and your business and how you got into it.
Yeah, great question. So I started in the hospitality space when I was quite younger. Ran restaurants for a while over in Australia, all over the country here.
You're not from Australia?
No. I grew up in Charlotte. Yeah.
And you just moved to Australia?
I did. Yeah, I did. I was there off and on for a couple years. And yeah, when I came back to the States, I had opportunities in the same industry. Didn't want to be in that industry any longer. The ceiling's not very high. And the demand on your time is. So was looking at other opportunities and landed on health insurance space. Which was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Met my wife because of that.
Fantastic.
Actually, we have 4 kids, and yeah, it's been great ever since. So I've been in the industry about a decade now, and I run Alliance Health Group with my principal, and we facilitate funds for agencies. We have 2 FMOs of our own.
Okay.
And we do ACA, Medicare, and U65 products primarily.
So you have agents and you have an FMO.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So you do both.
Yep. We have a TPA as well. So on the U65 products, we design our own products, and we process the claims, commissions, and control the rates. So we're trying to keep everything in house so we can give the best product to the consumers at the best price, right? So we're not paying excess fees to somebody else, to facilitate.
How many agents do you have?
Internally right now we have about 50.
Okay.
And then through our downline networks, there's a couple thousand agents in there.
Oh, wow.
Partners. Yeah. So
it's fantastic.
There's always somebody bigger than you. So if that's the goal, you're probably going to be disappointed your whole life. But we're doing some great stuff, and we have a great team, so we're excited. Got a lot of great things coming. I'm also excited to have a partnership with you guys. Your all stuff is incredible, so it's going to help us a lot.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Have you gone through the full demo yet?
I haven't gone through a full demo. I've gone through a pseudo demo with Joe verbally, but we're going to get together on Monday and set everything up for the pilot. So pilot program's great. I mean, the cost is very reasonable, and with what you guys can do and the scale you can do it and the time. I'm a very hands-on guy. So, Joe told me, he's like, the more I get from you, the better I can make the service for you.
100%.
I'm like, man, you can get a hold of me anytime. I'm more than happy. So, I think that's any relationship. The most important thing is communication, right?
100%.
So
100%.
I'm excited. Yeah.
So tell me, with your business now, how are you using technology to scale?
Yeah. So, it's funny. I've been here since Sunday. So I was here for Medicarians, and then now here at LeadsCon, right?
I've been here since Sunday as well.
It's dazed and confused is what it is at this point. I brought my revenue operations manager as well, and some other people from my team. But he made a comment earlier. I was like, I can't believe it's Thursday. He said, yeah, it's basically just been one long day since we got here. I said, that sums it up. But, it's funny how the narrative changes on things, right? So a few years ago, all these panels at Medicarians and these shows, pushing against AI, pushing against these a lot of these technologies that can really help you optimize your team and optimize your business. And now that it's grown to become such a large part of our lives, the narrative shifting towards how can you properly use it compliantly to scale the right way.
When I started doing this, I talked to Reach, so someone recommended I join Reach, and they showed me their document. And on the list was, don't use any AI in your thing. And I'm like,
right.
Why would I join an organization that literally says not to use AI?
Yep. It's like, you're like, but this is the future.
They changed it. That's not like part of their charter anymore.
Yeah,
and
of course it's not.
Now they're asking me to be on the technology committee, right? So,
that's awesome.
Why don't you come on board and actually share knowledge and make sure we're doing things the appropriate way?
Yeah, and that's what it's about, right? Like it's about, anything. It's all about application, right? Implementation and application. So if you're using it the right way, it can bring great benefit. I mean, if you're using anything the wrong way, it can be detrimental. It can bring harm, so it's about the intention. It's about making sure that you hold yourself and your organization to a high standard of compliance and delivering, a product and a value that's healthy to the industry. If you don't, you'll pay the price for that anyways, and you won't be around very long. So
you scaled to thousands of people already on your downstreams and 50 internal, and you're doing both, which is hard, right? Because it's really two different businesses.
Yeah.
What's your, advice for people that are trying to grow, that are trying to scale? If you could give us a little bit of advice and some of the challenges you've ran into over the years.
Yeah, I think you have to keep a balance between scaling and quality and doing things the right way so that you can have sustainability. I mean, so many people look at the results, right? So let's say, Tom drives a Ferrari. Okay. Most people are going to look at that Ferrari and say, I want that, right?
Yeah.
They don't think I should go talk to this guy to see how he was able to earn that. Because
if you're in Miami,
that, right?
What they do is instead of paying rent, they've just bought the Ferrari.
They just pay $8,000 a month to lease it and drive it 500 miles a year.
They're living with four buddies in a
exactly
in a one bedroom.
I was watching a podcast on that actually the other week. It's so funny you bring that up. But yeah, you have to have that balance, and there's a process to everything. So you can't climb the mountain in a day. So the most important thing in our business has been building. We have an incredible compliance team, the best I've ever worked with, and I've done a decent amount of time. I've seen a lot that's out there. We have a great compliance team and we have a great development team. So I think it's about putting those blocks in place so that you can scale in a way that's going to bring longevity to your business. It doesn't matter what you do right now if you're not going to be here in 18 months, in 24 months, in 10 years, right?
So your compliance team, why is compliance so important to you?
I think it's the most important thing, because if you don't have good practices, the carriers aren't going to trust you. The industry's not going to trust you. You're going to get a bad reputation. Consumers won't trust you. And ultimately your business can't thrive. So that's step one. You have to have that layer and build everything on top of that. If you're doing it the other way around or somewhere in between, it'll probably be nice to meet you, and I might not see you again because you won't be around very long, unfortunately.
Why should people go to your FMO? Why should other IMOs join your FMO?
Well, I think the conversation we've been having, our focus on compliance, doing it the right way, and we have an abundance mentality. We want everyone to be successful. We want to give as much as we can in a partnership so that it's beneficial for everyone. We have media partners, we have our TPA partners, we have our downline partners, and everybody eats and everybody comes up together. So I think that abundance mentality and just being a team and being successful together, it's not about what can we get out of this, it's how can we how can we have a great relationship together and grow together long term.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What do you want to leave on? What notes do you want to tell the world here?
Big Lee's going to take over the world. And thanks for having me on. It's an honor.
Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Nice meeting you.
Thanks for tuning in to Talk to the Future, where the future of sales isn't predicted, it's built. If you got value from this episode, make sure to subscribe, share it with your team, and stay connected for more conversations with the people driving what's next. Because what's working tomorrow is already being built today.